In this video I'm going to demonstrate the graphical chart analysis module that is within the Planet Dance astrological freeware. To find the module, go to Horoscope, Various, Graphical Chart Analysis. Click on that and bring up the main window for graphical chart analysis. What you have here is a tabbed presentation of the data, so you can roll through planets in signs, planets in houses, positions of the planetary rulers, position of the ruler in house, house cusps, house rulers in signs, and house rulers in houses. On the left hand side of the panel you have a presentation of the chart, in this case William Burroughs, whose chart we're using for the case study again, in a scope format. So you have the signs Aries through Pisces presented vertically. On the right hand side you have the planetary positions, and on the left hand side you have the house cusps and house ruler information. So just to interpret this then, so if we look at the moon here, in Burroughs' chart, this is in Gemini, 10 degrees and 8 minutes of Gemini in the third house. It's ruled by Mercury, which is placed in Aquarius in the 12th house. Saturn is in Gemini at 11 degrees 15 minutes, conjunct the moon in the 4th house. You can see that combination just there, the bottom of the chart on the IC. Again, it's ruled by Mercury in Aquarius in the 12th house. On the left hand side of the panel you have the house cusps, so this is presented in a with giving signs precedence. So the 2nd house is in Aries, the 3rd house is in Taurus, the 4th house is in Gemini. The cusp degrees and minutes here, the ruler, so the ruler of the 2nd house is Mars, and it's in Cancer in the 4th house. You can confirm that by looking at the natal chart. Mars is the ruler of the 2nd house, it's in Cancer in the 4th house, very close to the 5th house cusp in fact. On the right hand side of the panel you have graphical data for, in this case, the planetary positions in signs. So we look at the elements, 2 planets in fire. They are the midheaven in Sagittarius, and Lilith, the dark moon, in Aries. In air you can see that Burroughs has a preponderance of planets in air. These are the planets in Gemini and Aquarius, and then he has 4 positions in water, being Chiron, the North Node, Mars and Neptune. You can see that the breakdown of the planetary positions by modality: cardinal is 3, fixed is 6, mutable is 7. And in terms of the energy of the planets, Yang being equivalent to extrovert, Yin being equivalent to introvert. Burroughs has many Yang positions. These are the ones in fire and air, and not so many introvert or Yin positions. These are the positions in water or earth. Moving on to the tab for planets in houses, this gives you the presentation of the planetary positions with respect to their house data. So you can see Burroughs has 6 planets in angular houses, being houses 1, 4, 7 and 10, 2 in succedent, being houses 2, 5, 8 and 11, and 6 positions in cadent houses being 3, 6, 9 and 12. So just to confirm that, then the angular placements being Chiron North Node, and then Saturn, part of Fortune, Pluto and Mars. You can also get a breakdown with positions by upper and lower hemisphere. So Burrows has 5 planets in the upper hemisphere. That's from horizon to horizon through the midheaven, and he has 9 planets in the lower hemisphere, which is the half of the chart running from horizon to horizon through the IC. And then we have breakdown by east and west hemisphere. So the eastern hemisphere being the half of the chart running from the IC to the MC through the ascendant, and the western hemisphere of the chart being the half of the chart running through the MC to the IC through the descendant. So just lastly then, to show you an example of how you can read the planetary rulers using the graphical chart analysis. So we have most of Burrows' planetary rulers are in air signs. So for example, you have Moon, Saturn, part of Fortune, Pluto, Mars, Neptune, the midheaven, Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, Sun, Mercury and Ascendant, all ruled by either Mercury in Aquarius, the Moon in Gemini, or Jupiter or Uranus in Aquarius. So what you can see from this information is that not only does Burrows have a good many planets in air signs, but most of his rulers are also in air signs. So this is a man who is working at an extremely mental level, very cerebral, and that befits an individual who was extremely innovative and creative in terms of creative writing. You can see that his rulers are mainly in fixed signs, so this reflects the positions of Aquarius. So you have Mercury and Uranus and Jupiter in Aquarius, these 12th house planets. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 planets in the natal chart are ruled by planets placed in fixed signs. And in terms of extroversion and introversion, or yang and yin, most of Burrows's planetary rulers are in yang signs, fire and air, and only 3 in the yin sign, water, being Neptune and Mars ruling Lilith and Chiron and the North Node. So you can explore the rest of this module for yourself. There's a brief help file available if you need to review any of the abbreviations. I hope you enjoy this module, and I look forward to presenting further information about Planet Dance in other videos. Thanks for listening.